morning, people. Today I realized, olaba omusajja wa kinuuwa ekyo. Tufudde eri omusajja wa kinuuwa ekyo ng'avuga bubi. Avuga bubi, n'ava mu line, n'amala gayingira. I've realized abantu abateeka bigaadi ebyo ebiganda ku mmoroka. You can imagine omuntu ogwala $3.5 million ogula emmoroka. Naye nga tosobola kukwata ssente kugula gaadi nzungu. You guys, abatamanyi. Those Chiganda guards, those ones, the local guards, they are very heavy for those cars. And apart from being very heavy, they are very dangerous. The guards zebakola ezina okuba ku mmoroka bazikola nga za stainless steel. Ezina okuba kuzina emmoroka entono ne bazikola nga they are light. Okitegeera. Kati one thing I realize, you guys abateka ekisooka, you guys don't even know the real use of those guards. Ziri guards ez'emmoroka entono ekisooka baziteekako for design. Not to serve any purpose. That's why you find that if you put the other guards, those other guards, the stainless steel ones, they even look good on the car. Now you can imagine, kateno guard yema bega yateka ko yachi. Aina inzo kubanga follower wenga alaba content wange. Na ye, but why would kino kigadi kyama bega kikola? Kumenya bumenya mmoroka bwenywa amafuta n'otandika koza. Eze mmoroka balimba zinywa, Then I've realized most of you guys that put local guards on your cars, muteka kukuvugisa chimama. Abamu temumanyi na mmotoka. Hada inenge jayingira akola ki wabona omusajja wa umeme awo zomanyi nze njja balabisa. There is a umeme guy there who was driving very recklessly from Matuga. Very recklessly. Since these guys don't have complaint numbers, which you just show them here, so that the world knows, the driver of this car, you drive recklessly. Omuntu noyisiza mu kkoona ly'olabirako ddala nga tomanyi na gy'olaga kyekituse ku gayi wa umeme asanzeyo trailer ng'alina kuyingira mu layini ate bw'oyingira in such circumstances omala gayingira layini, you can even cause an accident. Oyina kuyisa wantu ng'olaba wali clear nga wano nga gy'olaga olabe ate when you reach a place ng'era tolaba yoyingira layini where you can. These are things they teach in driving school. I'm driving school, but I know they teach these things. But one thing I realized about the guys that go driving school, nobody walk kasta cramming go bupande au masa waliwe corner. Any person that knows how to drive will not overtake in a corner. But I hope you guys are doing well. Today's question Friday. You ask all your questions. It's going to be a long ride, but I'm going to answer all your questions today. Yes. Kambabuzeko firstborn, Komakech, Pikenya Abi, Antonio, Jombo Juma, Muyombia Mark, Chairman Zach, Nikwabuyi, guys, since today is Question Friday, I'm going to actually ask you to share this broadcast. Share this broadcast on your Facebook, share this broadcast on your Instagram, share this broadcast on whichever social media channel you use mostly, so that guys can actually see. Mchara wangamye musifuga nga transport ennaku zino mutuusa late kati mulagako ba transporter bwe bavuga angambye namutuusiza late eggulo musimanya kati mulagako ba transporter bwe bavuga makanika wange yammanyi makanika wange ye chauffeur nze ndi transporter namugira engeri nyingize moloka mu layini it's smooth. What's up? I'm a transporter. But chauffeur barara. I'm a transporter. Transporter baba hampa zikuba baba. Enemi arasobola okujibuka. Ba chauffeur aba kankana nga mukama wa tudde mabega. The live broadcast is becoming my morning prep. Amina kakai. Ganesimye nnyo. Nesimide ddala mukama yebale. Mweba guy. Today is Question Friday. Whatever question you have, post it here. Let it be health. We have doctors on this platform. Yeah. We have engineers. We have mechanics. Like I've been telling you guys, I'm not a mechanic, I'm not a broker. I'm just a passionate person. I'm passionate about cars. But there are people here abasobola okuddamu ebibuuzo olumu babeera mu kamoli because abatalina kyakwogera naye nga babeera yeeyo. We have people that are educated in different fields, and we have built a community that helps where we help each other out. We help each other out. Today being Question Friday, it's about you asking your questions and you getting your questions answered. Mzee yayo rubuto aga mukole sit up mukole 6 pack ate mwagala tolubuto lukumenya. By the way, you guys, I don't know if there is anyone that has been watching these videos of people that are living long, that are looking young. Dude is 60 but he looks 30, dude is 40 but he looks 18. Do you realize that if any has been watching, if you haven't started watching them, most of these guys that are looking younger than their age, they actually work, exercise a lot. They don't just eat anything like some of you guys, some of us. Because even me, I'm still just eating whatever. So those guys, they watch their diet, they exercise a lot, and then they look younger. They are not fat. I realized I'm getting fat. It's not healthy. Now what's happening? I'm going to run, I think on Saturdays we can a kilometer a week. Last weekend we started to call Muyombya is a term used for buli motoka enkadde. Sinakira bagenda kulaba ekyamuyombya kyagamba. Mubagayi naye nga muli mutya owa boda agenda nakweteeka mu mabbali. Gwe nva mu mabbali oyagala kukola ntondo. Deri. Boda agenda mulabe bano. Bayingira bate kubo. Bempi ku matama ne gaabika. Ekubo boboli yingira stop. Wait for the people on the road to give you way. Tomaraga yingira nga tategeera. Nenga muli mutya, today is Question Friday. Ndi wano. Neyagalira munna mukadde transporter 2.0. I'm a transporter. Hey, did he eat his snack? I'm not proud of you. Ask your questions. I'm going to read all the questions. But you know, Boyce has told me one thing. Nebo dukano ise motoka 10 tukusanga ku bitaala. Nebo okola otya? Pozi kyokola kiri kimu kutuuka mangu ku bitaala. Watali ekyo. Tugwa bigo etwevuluka. Omusaaji was stuck with me. Transporter yaige moroka yamala. Bannange. Nenga muli mutya bannange baganda bange. How are you today? Question Friday. Let me see. Thanks Arthur, good morning. My question is, why is it that tebakyazimbisa byuma? Ebyuma babigana. Ministry of Works General Katumba Wamala even wrote that a minister's order ordering people to stop using those things because they are not strong. You know the way they used to build those things, nga ebyuma byebikolanga pillars zino eziyimirira, then waliwe bayiwanga enkokoto nga abayaye nga bateekamu timba ne bayiwaka akakotokotono okitegeera. So it wasn't strong. But you can imagine this entire building nga floors zonna that's first floor, second floor nga za timber and a small kakokoto okitegeera. Basically it wasn't strong. Akakantu kali kasobola okukola ku bizimbe bya floor emu naye bayi bakolanga floor 5 4 nga kwesa that method ate nga n'ebyuma bye bakozesa si tebyali nga bigumu. It was compromised. Basically what the reason they gave for stopping building with those things was that the method wasn't researched, which is true. No engineer had researched it at all. The method wasn't researched. Simanya trading. That method of building, firstborn, it wasn't researched. They cannot approve your plan because it's unsafe. The fact is it's unsafe. Ebizimbe ebisinga byalinga bigwa luli byabanga babizimbisiza byuma. Okitegeera. Kyobula abantu these days ebizimbe tebikyagwa na kugwa. You get First of all, they used to think that when you construct using those metals and timber, you could actually build faster, which is true. Because then you don't have to wait for the pillars to get dry and all that. But then they overloaded the buildings. So many builders, so many stones, bichi bricks and all that. So that's why the buildings were collapsing. You remember the time where so many buildings were collapsing at the same time? Like today, this building collapses. Tomorrow, another building collapses. Majority of those buildings are being built using composite. Yeah, that's the method. So General Katumba Wamala came out and said, until we have enough research on that building style, for people abroad, abazungu mbara bazimbisa nemba nazimba kalina myalirire nanga azimbisiza timber, only timber. But those guys have researched. They know exactly how to use the timber to build a strong building. But for us here, we don't have the research, and it's true. That's why we need more engineering students to actually do research on these things. So if Makerere University is not doing enough, probably we can have a research firm, Mwabasuma Engineering. You create a research firm and research on that building style, and then build a real defense for it. Why we should be using it, how we should be using it, and probably then you can be the first firm to benefit from it. Because if you're the first firm to publish how safe that building style is, then I'm sure you can get the first clients by saying fetu akora research or no fetu manyoku bizimbo. You know, there are things that we take for granted, but marketing wise, researching about that method of building and being the first to come out with the concrete method of concrete style of building kalinas using that method safely. Era obogenda kwagenda okusooka okufuna bakasitoma abakolachi abagala okuzimbisa method eyo naye nga bagala okozesa omuntu agimanya agitegeera, because you would have researched. Nemwe namukaddeyo mugiraba bwetambula. Do you see how the corolla is moving? You people, you don't know. You don't even know. The only car that can compete with me is that one, the Land Cruiser TX. And that is a newer year. That's the only car that can compete with the other. I think I never forgot speed limit. When I'm driving speed limit, I wonder how he's overtaking me to that distance. Because me, I'm driving 70 kilometers per hour. I like speed. Zambela, Omegutaya. The sun, it's very bright. Huh? Yeah. Why is it what?
Why is it?
It's going up. The sun rises from Mama Ban. The sun rises from which direction? You're a bit jukid and you go the direction of Foman and water. Yes, it's the globe that is moving, the earth. The planet Earth is moving round and round and round, and then that's how the sun. Yeah? We are in planet Earth. Me and you and Mommy, we are in planet Earth. What is the what?
What is the circle?
The circle of what?
The planet which is when it's green and blue and there's no planet.
Are you sure? But this planet has some blue parts. Blue parts are the oceans, the green parts are the forests. Huh? Yes. The water is blue. When you look at the globe like this, the parts that are marked blue, that's the ocean and water. Because the ocean is made up of salt water. Even the seas are made up of salt water. Then we have the lakes, which have good water. That in Uganda. Like when you go to Kenya, it's another country. You can find this. The ocean, you find the Indian Ocean. You find the Indian Ocean when you go to Kenya and Tanzania. Yeah, Tanzania is also another country. There is also another country called Rwanda. Then another country called Burundi. You guys, I'm also answering question Friday. I'm answering the questions. Nenga muri mutya. How are you today? Question Friday. I'm going to read your questions. Remember the bypass. Excuse me. Excuse me. But the bypass, I think I'm about transporter. You know, when you're doing the job of a transporter, you cannot do certain things. Young Abby Motusarate. Aban, do I get you late? Are you late? Musayo kuntambulira munda, baby. Let me tell you the truth. Speak with a voice, it's in high definition. Take a picture of you, 3D glasses, make you an invention. Baby girl, you will rock with me. By my side, you were stuck with me. Girl, it's what I feel inside when you're by my side. Wait, I'm going to read your question. Today is Question Friday. Say you post your questions in the comments. The first question was, why are people no longer building with using the composite method, where they put steel bars, steel metals, and pillars, then they put timber, ashes, burn them down. So the reason why the composite method is no longer used is because there is a statute that was signed by the minister of the responsible minister, many ministers of the construction, General Katumba Wamala, and according to that one, it's not safe, so you cannot build using it. Which again. The second question is, I love a Toyota Hiace with 14-seater, but I don't know the price. Yeah, the price depends on where you buy. Like, for example, if you go to the Bond, there is no 14-seater car. Telling you buy what used to be cargo vans in Japan, and then you take it to Katwe, to Nairobi, wherever you're comfortable going, and then they put the seats there for you. I don't know if I make sense. In the Bonds, of course, the ones that are like, that come with seats, the Vaitoba caravans, the ones that come with seats, JZD, the very long ones, but those ones you'll buy like 90 million, 100 million, because and they are made for people. Now, the taxis that we use here in Uganda, they also not drawn because they were not made for people. Those were cargo vans. But some innovative dude in Uganda started the practice of putting those seats in there, and that's how we came up with our taxis. So you're going to go to a Bond, buy a cargo van, come and transform it into a taxi or put a 14-seater. Other than that, you're going to have to buy a Ugandan used van. Nojetera mwe nojigula ngiri mwe mitunga nkade milioni nga 3.5 depending on what you buy. Hello, good morning Abe, Antonio, Juma. Hello, I have 8 million as deposit. Can I get a 1.3cc with a balance of 2 million? No, but in the Sagala Balimba, if it's a 1.3 liter is expensive. It's like 12 million and above. Kati, you can buy a Vitz of 1.8 liter at around 10 million and the engine is dead. From my experience, I'm not saying it's written in stone. From my experience, a Vitz 1.3 liter bojigula less than 12 million egenda kubanga engine infu kubanga egenda kufa. Ngero ogenda givuga yakabanga katono okyuse engine. So that's the best way for you to buy it cheap. Buy it ng'okimanyi nti buy it ng'okimanyi nti engine egenda kubandwa oba gearbox. Why it's going to have something that is actually substantially expensive that you have to replace. Nobody really likes this. The eyes clean themselves. But these glasses, It's funny. It's real work, keeping them clean. So Jombwe, you can't. Of course, baby, you can. Good morning, Mark. Is Mugongo Gwambwa the Mark 2 bleed? How many cc is it? Why don't people want it now? The Mark 2 bleed is not the Mugongo Gwambwa. The Mugongo Gwambwa is the first Mark 2s that have Mugongo Gwambwa engine, which is not the Beams 2000. Now the Mark 2 bleed actually has a Beams 2000 engine, which it's actually a good car, and I don't think anybody doesn't want it. People actually, if you know of a bleed that people are failing to buy in Zempitanji Gule, if it's in good condition. Normally when mulabe mmoroka awo ngirabika bulungi ng'abantu bagigula guloza abantu bagigula because tebajagala bwagazi olumwe bana ebirwadde ontegeera. But the Blitz actually is the Mark 2 Blitz zirabika bulungi zisinga ne Mark 2 Musota ebeera erabika bulungi nnyo nayo am Beams 2000. It's a very nice car. Blitz nungi nnyo era bw'oba olina wogimanyi Mark, you tell me. And it also has 2000 liters. It's Beams. But nungi nnyo. Good morning, Zach. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Kakai. I thought you'd give me something. If my driving permit expired 2 years back during the time of renewal, so go that no class no. You first renew. Ragnar, what's up? Yeah, you have energy? You say, whoa! So, one thing you need to understand, Antonio, you cannot put a class in your permit when it's expired. When I'm young, you're expiring like 2 days. They're expiring like in a week. So I wanted to put a class at the same time and renew at the same time. It was impossible. Let me mute you for. So, Antonio, you're not so renewing a permit here, then we'll go take a class. Zenjagana nazima rayo. Zibeiremu bubezi. Zibeiremu ate what do we lose? Good morning, Joshua. Moses Sith. Arthur, what was it like at the IOV when you went to process your permit? What is required for one to go through the process? Actually, if you want to go to IOV, these days they've been to Biangumukari. That's one thing I can tell you. Go through a driving school. Go through a driving school. Go through a driving school. Because the what's in a driving school? What's in a driving school? If you go individually, another driving school because me I went to a big driving school. But I spent a day there. I think I'm about home driving school. She used to give me priority. And these things that they keep telling you, from anyone. It's very easy for you to think so go through a driving school, you will be safer, and also go when you know. There is a woman that failed. You know that JK ita parallel parking, reverse parking. yamulemye okujja mu kabox mutufu bamuwa chance. Don't go to that place when you don't know how to drive. Bera ngaba athafu emuruka najijjawo omusirikale namwe so omusirikale yampadde maxi ndowooza ez'okuvuga nga tayagala kuzimalayo ng'olabira ddala ebintu byeyekwasizza talina bw'abe examininga like tolina bwe examininga space gy'empa mmoloka endi maaso okyegera ebyo byampereddeko obumaxi butono naye ng'era bino byebalina way to examine kamala ogula wano sumbuusa leero ngenda ne editor tugenda ku editinga waaka eggulo twatuuseeyo nyabo ojeyale muwala wo luli oba yankola atya ate nakweggulo nayiseewo nga mpapa. Okay, but the process, Moses, I spent a day there. Nze natuse nga manyi namala esaawa 2 ngene nkola emirimu gyange mama navuddeyo esaawa 10 5 p.m. The first thing you're going to do is when you get there oyina gy'osooka ne beefuula babasomesa ebira. Of course there are things that you learn that are new obanga obadde tomanyi obadde tosoma. There are things that you learn oyogaye ayogera nnyo ajja n'ayogera Iranga nayogera then afterwards there's another guy that comes. I think he's like the main guy naye najja n'ayogera bwamaani ne babakola demonstration ne babaawulamu kati nze banjawudde ne bantwala emmangire wabeera Kigege. Then afterwards I went to that place. Then when you go to that place then they give you the written the theory. You can use the app or you can use the writing. Nabadde njagala kukozesa app naye nga ffe aba advancing good class they didn't have a code for us. Nenkola written. Namaze written ne tubiwaayo. Then I think they don't have those guys are disorganized. They don't have a system where they tell you, you know, for marketing tulina kye tuyita SLAs, service level agreements. Tukugamba nti for example kati nzenga ata my SLA soka is I'll get you a car in 2 days maximum. But majority of the time I get you a car in a day. Nti emotoka zozuna bozilininga apo tujja ntusekebera. It's a sure deal. If you have the right budget, which I talked to you about in the beginning, ati tunagenda ku field ngamba obunda zile sumbusa okitegera. We talk about it nkugamba nti if you have this budget you can't get this car, if you have this budget you can't get this car, but if you are in the right budget I can tell you that in 1 day we get a car. That is my agreement with you. If you don't get a car, okay, ngoina the right budget, majority of the time you guys don't come with the right budget though. So tutetenkanya ne tuyiya ntugana tugire bwetu ne bwetu okitegera. So bali abantu babirina ebyo okitegera bakolera kyayagala kyakola ate bwogezaako okwogera naye n'otamusanyusa. Those guys can show power. Asobola okwata fayiro yo n'agikasukira n'agamba gwe tojja leero okukola genda otuule mwe. That's the experience I got at the IOV. But generally those guys are not really bad people, but I think nabo balaganye eryanyi waggulu. The people above them show them a lot of authority. So when they get to us that they can show authority, they will also show you authority. So I in a way I don't want to blame them. I want to think that they are also, you know how they sent tata bwogenda ku mulimu ne bakunyigiriza naye nojja nonyigiriza mama ne mama naye nanyigiriza abaana n'abaana nabo ne banyigiriza abato baabwe ne banyigiriza bannaabwe ku ssomero. It's like a ripple effect. So I don't want to blame them. Generally they are nice people. Nze baakute fayiro yange nagenze kubabuuza nga bwona obuuza bannaye nga tuluddewo okitegera omusirikale naga gwe otubuuza ngani wajja osembayo kola test obugezigezi n'agikwata n'agizza wali. Of course afterwards I went back and talked to the officer. Nangamba kale twala fayiro yokole. In fact when I took my file ate n'empisa ababadde bansooseewo okitegera saaga byadde enguzi by the way nze saaga nembayisa. I did my test and muwala ajjaddi mubanje kuba mubanje obundazi bwange yampa sumbusa zokka naye mbabanje olwasa. So kati no gwensekera nga manje olwasi balulo akasente naye tukapatikanira tulina okukabala. So but generally if you go through a driving school ebintu ebimu ogenda biwona, like there's technicalities. Obviously if you go through a driving school that is organized, they will take you through a pre-test. For example, bo benyini basoka ne bakutesting ate banna kutwala eri ogenda okutuuka eri nga you know exactly what you need to do. Okitegeera kati toyina bwogwa test y'abali ng'eyaba n'ogiyise. I'm telling you. So nenga nekyo kivuddeko. For them the reason they do the pre-test is to make sure nti bw'otuuka eri omanyi exactly what you know, you are familiar with the questioning. Then obviously there is paperwork you want to do if you go through a driving school. Kati nze olaba namaze driving test, I'm waiting for the driving school to call me to say jango genda ofune permit yo. And the driving school I went through was very affordable. I'm not going to say the name of the driving school here because they did not give me money to mention there, because buli chenjo gera ko ano in a way I'm endorsing. So the only thing I'm going to endorse is something that I've gotten more benefits from than I can get if like Toyota. Toyota has been good for me, good to me. So and they will give me money sooner or later. They will give me money. Toyota will give me money. But still, the truth is, the method was adopted without the study or research. Exactly, Antonio. And that's why it killed a lot of people. The method rise in east and sets in the west. Antonio akosikama nyinchimanyi moro east ne west yawo. Na ye kati awe mbadde sirishuwa mutabani woyinza omu akatwa n'akakwata obulamu bwe bwonna n'asigala nga bagamba daddy said this kati oba toli sure asirise teyejjusa. Man, don't grow up. It's just when we age, the toys we play with change. As kids, toy cars excited us. Kati Athan is na mukadde. Kyogamba munna mukadde wange yalinga toy yange. Naye mwe bagayi, waliwo omuyindi gw'otunulira n'oyendera nga Muganda. Nga taata walabika yalya ku munanka ne ku muyindi. Oba maama we nga bamuswama, abayindi bamuswama nga gayo omuntu nga alimu oluyindiyindi naye nga n'enseka y'Abannayuganda. Awo omuyindi abuseko wano ku ppiki ng'alina ekiwalaata ky'Abannayuganda, kakala nga kalimu oluyindiyindi naye nga enseka yennyini amannyo gaffe si gaabali. Okitegeera nga n'enjogera gy'ayogera ayogera Luzungu naye ng'alinga ayogera Oluganda. Okitegeera omanyi Abaganda tulinegeje. Amaze kubala twogere. Question Friday, guys. Question Friday. But still, we have freshwater lakes and saltwater lakes. Nice saltwater lake tuyina emu e Kampala. Si eri leke biki bagiyita bateeyo, twagisomangako bajjayo n'omunnyo. Nange ebintu ebimu bye twasoma abazungu munaye bo babikwata, omuzungu n'ebitamuyamba abikwata. Ekifo kye tusomesa okusoma maapu batusomesa, nze natuuka e Bulaaya nga bampa maapu ngowooza manyi ogisoma nga ntetenkanya naye nga abazungu bagisoma naga where's the campus north east. Febe tetubimanyi, tusoma kubyogerako byogezi wano. Is it advisable to buy a car that needs engine replacement? Yeah, if the budget is good. Because sometimes when a car needs engine replacement, it doesn't mean that you need to replace the engine there and then. You just have to know that the engine needs to be replaced. So Katinobenanga, you drive the car knowing that I have to collect money to replace. Like the Vitz I'm telling you, can buy a 1.3 liter Vitz, and the engine needs to be changed, but it doesn't need to be changed there and then. Eranga, it's you, the person that's driving it, that knows that I need to change this engine. Eranga, the car goes, it drives, you go to Kabare, you go wherever. But you know, like me, for a very long time, I drove my car knowing I have to change the engine. Until I change. Actually, my old engine is in my store at home. I kept it. It can still run. If you have a car and the engine blew, you can call me and send an engine. It's still okay. You just have to make sure that you buy the car at the right price. That if that car was value-wise should be 12, you buy the car like 8 or 9. Then you buy your engine at 2 million and put there. No jizabupia. but you promised. But guys, but I've been too occupied. Yeah, you know, I told you guys we are going to have our show starting in September, and there are some things that we had to fix before it launches. And for the guys that are in Uganda, I may invite you for a launch. I may invite you for a launch. Mujye mulabenga tu premiering at show ya fe. Yo again abera kupal Magic Loco. Ataina DSTV na Go TV. Your boy Arthur is a producer. I produced my first TV show. Again abera kupal Magic Loco. I'll tell you the time. I'll tell you the name of the show very soon. So katigendo gule Go TV ne DSTV ojiteke waka. Mulinde kulaba nga show ya Arthur. Choka. I'm going to give you a link, by the way. Today, I'm going to upload that music and I will share a link. Ministry of Works, yes, Ministry of Works. You're going to be in Morocco. Manya Uganda, you know, ministry, ministry without portfolio. Kampala. Mr. Arthur, how many kilometers can a well-maintained car give? It should be able to give you about 15 kilometers per liter. Is a VVTI, but then the ones that are EFI should at least 10. Now, I want you to understand that there's so many things that will influence your mileage. Do you use SC? Do you drive on bad roads like me? Sometimes do you step on it like I do? Do you have people loaded in the car? Do you find jam? So sometimes abazungu bali bwababala because abazungu their countries are planned. So Uganda car should go like 20 kilometers per liter. Abazebye wabwe tabazebye Kampala. Okitegeera. Kati gobye Kampala, of course the mileage will drop kobo yagala obato yagala. For example, the Valvematic musomesa single cc javuga isobora kuwa 30 kilometers per liter. The Valvematic engine mujireke baba. Either if you have your car 34-35 million, go to the bone and buy a Valvematic Wish. Zimbabwe. Go and buy a Valvematic Wish. It can go up to 30 kilometers per liter, but in Uganda it won't. Why? Because of our road condition. So ijakuanga 20 away what Valvematic mujireke baba. Let me even talk to Msomesa. They don't have it. It will mileage chain na kwa sawa zini. But Valvematic Wish mujireke ile nyobulungi nyonyo. How is car rental business? Then I can so mkundi ezo later. For now you enjoy the view, enjoy my music. Boka. Make them dance. Jump. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It's Question Friday, guys. Ask your questions. You're not gonna be kwasaganya. Question Friday, guys. Question Friday. How is car rental business? be done individually by 1 or 2 cars, let's say Noah and Wish, you can actually do it. You can start with your 2 cars. You just have to find out what are the rates in the market, and probably since you are a smaller dealer, and then you have a lower rate, which keep your cars in tip-top condition. And people will come and rent, because people are constantly looking for places where they can rent cars. But you just, if you can't buy new cars, $250,000 in some or new way, wish was take a good balance, which take $250,000 is on gas na ule unuwe empyange etambudeko wano ne wish empyange etambudeko. What is included in the marijuana bill? That is in, I've not read it, Court Ken. I've not read that bill, so I don't know. After forklift and boat. Njasi maraya Antonio mvugene kuliato. Nagero weze miaka nkaga nga sente zeri ato nziwezeza. I saw your video and you talked about the purpose of the car when you buy. I have a friend who needs a car for showbiz with 9 million, mainly for vibing women. I would go for. Let your friend buy a Golf 4. Or which other car can? But 9 million a car for showbiz. Either again I could have go for Mazida. That's the thing. Juma, if your friend that has 9 million, a car for showbiz, that's little money. If you want to buy a car for showbiz, have about buy a Mark X, which together, which other car, Verosa, Crown. Those are the cars that probably vibe women. Which other car there? But 9 million you go for. Alteza tekwa and Antonio. Alteza is not comfortable. Women want things that are comfortable. Andrew Kuni, good morning. Good morning. For the love of cars community, anyone to recommend a trusted, honest Toyota Progress mechanic, please? Toyota Progress, there is no person that is like specialized in Toyota Progress, but I would think it depends on what problem you have. If you have a problem that is electronic, go to Lusaze. There is a guy called Jeff. He's specialized in auto wiring, like automobile wiring. He's like almost the best in. I think he's the best in Kampala. He's called Jeff. Take your car there. If it's a wiring issue, they will get you sorted. Now, if it's an engine issue, there are also engine mechanics that are specialized with engines. But Jeff, at least Jeff, I can attest, he's very good with wiring. And if you take your car to Jeff and he says it's not a wiring problem, trust me, it's not a wiring problem. And also, if it's an engine problem, if you go to Jeff, he will sort it. Ate is not overpriced. He's in Lusaze, that place there. But he's there. If it's because Progress, I know that normally it's there are wiring issues, fuel thingy issues, and Jeff is the. If a car fails at Jeff's place, throw it away. That's because personally, I've gone to Jeff, and every time he has told me it's not a fuel issue, it has not been a fuel issue. Every time he has told me it's not a wiring issue, it was not a wiring issue. I'm telling you. He has told me that Chambogo is good, by the way. Boy in Uganda, ngayagala soma bintu ebya engineering byaachie mutwale Chambogo. Most of the best mechanics that know theory and practical are from Chambogo University. That's why we talking at Chambogo Institute. Chambogo University. Does the driving permit of a manual driver differ from an automatic driver? Plus, I also would like to add a motorcycle driving license. Yes, sir, there are restrictions. Bovuga automatic, they put in your permit, you're restricted to drive automatic. So if an officer finds you driving manual, you tell him why you're driving manual when you're not licensed to drive manual. And by the way, you guys, manual is different. While I was negotiating with that officer to allow me to do my test, that officer yagobya abasajja abali mu moroka za manyo nga bana nga bajje moroka n'emulema okusimbula. You guys joke, when I tell you mind I'm driving, I'm enjoying. Abasajja ba mirundi esatu nga bajja ng'emoroka emulema okujjawo because they can't balance. I think showing a lot of power is a sign of inferiority complex. What do the psychologists have to say? JK, I also think it's a sign of inferiority complex. Nze nalabye omusajja ng'ajja fayiro yange mu gundi olw'okumubuuza lwaki tuluddewo. Which instead of just telling me we are still working on so many people, yajje bujja fayiro yange n'agize bali gwagenda osembayo okuvuga. Of course that's it being inferior. But in Uganda and government offices, because government jobs tezibagwako, ne bwakulinnyirira tebasobola mugoba. So all you can do is kakana bakuwera nakakanya nengene bampa fayiro yange bwe nagenze one officer, and the statement he made when no other bwe kugobe wano ojja kuleeta wano kanyambelege genda after driving, then he let me go. And contrary, I think those guys tebakyayagala nanguzi bweba waliyo enguzi bayina ebamala, because I think that's why they streamlined the process to work with driving school. Waba waliwo enguzi ebenga eyita in official channels. Negwe mbujje kovudde n'ogenda oba wenguzi tekyayita era bakuyisa bubi nnyo okitegeera. But I think it's inferiority complex. You don't mean JK, good morning. Jeremy, good morning. Obadde obuze. Juma, is the Alteza easy to be maintained? It's easy, but Alteza is easy to be maintained. Naye nga mukwano gwoyo anoonye moroka ey'eswaga. Alteza tegeetekwa n'abakazi naawe. Nze mbabuulira abakazi baagala emoroka nga bwagituulamu abanga agenze e Bulaaya. Alteza ekaluba obanga atudde ku benchi okitegeera n'entirya waayo wenna mutetenkanye, at least gulamu Subaru Forester zireza hanene ando nabo baba nabo bulinga bubaawo, even those Foresters nedda. You buy a Mark X, at least buy a Mark 2 ogikola amajorobero, at least buy a Mark 2 musota ojongere ogitekemu obuwowo ogikole S. Nemwe ebintu byengenda okukola namukadde yange munaabirabako mujja jegomba ate mbaga njagala milioni 2 kati ngera gikola amajorobero kati huyo nagigulidde akuuma akajooza kubako bukubi mazzi nti nenyirira sikyabonaabona daga ne moroka yange ogisanga somero abatabani bange wali moroka empya nogamba omusajja ono yagikuumira wa notandika okugamba ono omusajja baleka bapaakinga emmoroka mu magalaji ne bagenda e Bulaaya n'amala emyaka 2 yali yagipakinga wa kumbe kujoza I wash. How do you deal with clean interior? How much does it cost? I don't clean. Mark, me, I'm even going to put seat covers. My wife is always complaining. Nayenga one time I'm going to get these seats out on the kubo lupira kwakati lupira anulina. Nenga clean interior, if you're the kind of person that washes every day, it's very easy to clean because bajoza. Oyinza okugira olunaku olumu ne bagikuba olupira. Okitegeera Actually, clean interior kasitobanga you drive with your windows up, it's very easy to clean. But my seats are not that dirty. Atenga sizooza kati makubanga nzooza. Literally all the time they would be so clean. Notya. Lake Kato is the Salt Lake. Nemwe bantu mwe muleka mwalinga bagezi mu stomero. Kati nze Lake Kato mbadde nnyina idea nti waliyo leke y'omunyo. Naye nga erinnya sisobola digamba okujja nga ndigogolinze. Okitegeera kati nze nakwatanga binyamba ate mu primary biki ebyali bituyamba tewali. Primary byalinga kasookwata ebiisi as long as you pass the exams. Kasita oyita ebibuuzo. Gaya. They don't mean nothing. Omusajja gwenziza okunona nga alabika nga akyebase. Balina emire. Bannange, there are times that I work with my mechanic. N'omukubye essimu ku ssaawa 2 nga akyebase. I want to be like these guys when I grow up. Yeah. Kati gwenziza okunona ampulidde mukubidde engome naye n'agiwulira. Cream interior since bunyo ya maintaining a mark, you just don't maintain it, leave it alone, drive with your windows up, you'll be okay. Kaundo in front of you has ugly bumper. Banaye sajira messaging anzira baleta. Alteza and Mark 2 Grand, which one is better for vibing women? Mark 2 Grand Jombo Juma. Kide kiburuka ki Mark 2 Grand omukazi atula mu kitto bwati. Ne Alteza nedda. Alteza si motoka namwe. How fast is land in Gombe Matuga? Appreciate. My 20 million I bought a plot. I have to sell it and buy an SUV. Where in Gombe? On the main road. It depends. Of course, it depends where you bought the land. But I found in my experience, land doesn't really appreciate that fast. It doesn't. With land, you have to be very patient. But it appreciates generally. It appreciates. People bought land in 2020 and I got 10 million, kakatunda 15. Of course, there are other things that can make money faster than land. Nenga bobanga, your risk averse. Land is one thing where you will put your money and get it back with profit without really getting that much risk. But if you're not risk averse, if you're not risk averse, Jeremy, there are other things that you can do that have some degree of risk, but they make some bigger money. It gets dark first in the east, then central, and lastly in the west. That proves that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Andrew Okuni muleka mwaliba student balunyize ebyo primary nzano kumbuza ekibuzo nga olaba nti I speak English but I don't even know what an adverb is. I don't know what a verb is. I don't know what a noun is. But I say the words. If I look yet I have people I work with nga basomesa luzunga boba bimanyi. A noun is a word. Arthur, your thoughts on the new model Caldina VVTi that looks like a fielder? Looks nice, but it's not so common. Yeah, it's just not common. People are not. People are used to the fielder now. But as long as the car has a VVTi, there are chances that it shares the same engine. I've not really seen it, but Ojaisanga in an engine a fielder. So it's possible that it has the same engine as the fielder. So you just have to check which engine it has, and then you figure. But it's VVTi engines are good. But if you can afford to buy a car that has a valve-matic engine, jobogule sawe. Yeriko nange sinda sobola kujigula. Nenga bobo sobodo jigula jobogula. Ibanda Bernard, good morning. What is the procedure of registering a company and the cost estimation? Now it depends on what capital you want to say you have. Normally I would recommend Gambo in a capital 1 million. That will cost you about 500 600 to register that company. Just go to a lawyer. These bureaus that help register companies don't get a lawyer. Baloya papa a little bit expensive. Olabanze nyina baloya mikwano jangu na isi makosa registering a company. Go to those. I have someone as well kuyanga ku register, but saga ogende akolero gambe Arthur recommended. So that's why I'm saying find those guys the register. There are those business consultancy things. Companies who call business consultants. They're not really consultancies. They call themselves consultancies. So you can use those guys. They register for 500 600. You register with a capital of about 1 million. And you're done. But once you register a company, you have to start paying. You have to start filing annual returns, which take it, right? And all those things. I've seen people that went to all of a sudden I need $1 million in some routine, which take it. After I stay in your neighborhood, I have a banana plantation. You can buy matoke from me on your way home. You don't to ngamba zenga matoke. Ate mchala neighbor wafa wadenga tukuza matoke. Katika demu simanyi ati jobira Jeremy multivitamin banani musawa ali wano waliwampa multivitamin mbundye. Are these things healthy? Musawo Dr. Chiwanuka woli boba woli soko tubulye kanu kaliko ali orange softies multivitamins buyamba chimdo zenga ndi healthy ndabanga kuna tabwetaga naye mutubulire mu abasawo abali wano baba asoma medicine. Arthur, would you recommend Subaru XT? How is it? Of course, the maintenance but it's a very nice car. Subarus are Toyotas rebranded. Subarus are Toyotas. Never director of our Toyota. bwenchogera bwento oyinza okulowooza ndi eri badirector badirector bafe aba Toyota bagenda mu Subaru ne bagulayo shares kati oba balinanga 70%. Subaru is Toyota. Dr. Chiwanuka Uno wali. Where do you recommend where do you recommend I want my car connected to a computer, I replace ABS module and I need to bleed it. Now, any mechanic can basically do it. Nenga owe yagalebe connected to a computer, Dr. Chiwanuka ngenda kuwe namba ya guy nze wa masanyalaze gwe manyiti. Bwakola amasanyalaze ge motoka yote gaddibwa. Of course yabikwatako directly. Nene abaana be bennyini abatendese bulungi. No Jeff gwenjogera kenyo. Era bwogenda mugambe Arthur or for the love of kazi yangambye okujja wano. He's a good guy. Ayinamu kumalala matonotono naye besekala omuntu wabanga kyakola. Abana bonna abasinga amalala gali bound to come. Dr. Chiwanuka engeri gyoliwo buno obuntu abasajja abakulu tuli tukodo bulya etebana bana kasumulula sep. Kakyali kapya. Kati nja kuwe namba Dr. Chiwanuka ogendeyo. But according to the current new cars produced, now mechanics, it must let them go to school. By no research. By no research, you see, and in every field by the Katola and mu film, but in our field, or in no kubango soboro kola research to know kati abantu abali modern bakosa method of producing a very nice films. Abantu abali modern bakola batya bakosa camera chip because cameras zichuka technology achuka uchitegera. So you really need to do research. This week I saw 4 new Hiluxes which have already lost power because of poor mechanics. Exactly. Chokola ambagamba nnyo nti emoroka naddala if you can the less technology you have current is the better. Bwoba ogula emoroka empya ya technology omupya ddala make sure you can afford those high end garages. Kubanga bali abantu mu garages ziri high end baseera and because baseera ever babeerawo leka capital ke bakozesa so that they can do research. Omwana wa wansi no gogenda w'emitwalo 2 nga kanikidde emoroka talina budde bugenda kusoma. Talina budde bugenda kukola ka online course kuyiga ino engine bagikola batya ino engine bagikola batya kati nze aka bwe nakola ka garage kamwe nze nja kubeera yeye kola research ngende mu journals ngende mu biki nsome nga makanika nze bagambe ekyokola nze nja kuba n'obudde obukola ki nja kuba n'obudde obusoma ne garage zino eza wansi eno bana abaana tebalina budde bukola research tebalina budde busoma ku bintu okitegeera omulese ajja tebalina budde bukola research era buli wona ogule motoka mwabagula simanyangula motoka 2018 2017 you need to have time genda mu garage ezebbeeyi togulanga motoka ya beeyi nga toli wa beeyi kyobulambaga nzikansi kale kuna mukadde naye mugule emmotoka bwogula motoka ey'ebbeeyi beera nga omanyi nti ojja sobola ogenda muwamuko ojja sobola ewali mu Toyota Uganda ewali kyovolaba nti government of Uganda bwegula emmotoka basigala mu baddiira awo because abo baddiira balina ne babita batya guidelines of how to maintain engines bibafuna ono omwana ow'ebwayise omwana ow'ekibuli byatajja kufuna okitegeera kibala nti the garages that fix new cars are expensive because they subscribe to newsletters balina ebintu basubscribinga fwe ebyebbeeyi okitegeera gwe byotajja kusobola ndoza namwe ba editor obako mu Photoshop simanya biki n'ogenda yomugundi no subscribing no sasulanga sente za buli mwezi ne babanga balina ebintu byebakuwa omwana oweri wansi byatakola ki byatafuna kye mvamula banze pre-purchase inspection yange najongeza nsoma nange nyina newsletters ezo zenfuna ebintu ebyo byefuna abantu abala mechanic ojja mu road ne bwayisa agenda kebirimo tamanyi kyagenda kebira anyway yotuvuddeyo women don't care which type of car as long as it's a car. Era bw'omusanga bw'atyo yeeronda just know he's your fellow man and the car is by the way Antonio waliwo emmotoka mu butuufu ng'omukyala agitulamu yekka n'atoba nze mbabuulira kati olaba kawunda eyo kyekola abakazi mulaba makex eyo mukirabanga ekimotoka kiri awo ne mu bondi kya rais nabagambye bw'oba olina $2,500 ojja tugende tukifune ng'olina $2,300 gende tulina n'okufisaawo n'ofunisa ofisaawo ng'akakadde kamu n'ogenda n'ogulako n'obukadde obubiri oyinza obufisa bwe tubagaininga obulungi ng'oba olina $2,500 jangu tugende tugule makex olabe kyenekukolera mu field y'abakyala. Arthur, I have a suggestion. I think we need like a WhatsApp group of the community. Never know there might be burning issues that arise that we can help and advise one another. Let me think about that. I'm going to put bagita a poll on the community tabs of this channel genda yolondi tulabe namba ki bameka abakiwagira ekyokola WhatsApp group sagala maraga kola WhatsApp group oyinza okola WhatsApp group nga abantu tebajagala okitegeera oba adinga bejjamu Govinda disco dancer, how are you? Honda is a nice car. It's expensive to maintain. Hondas are very reliable cars. Na ye mwechamba manya to reviews the tero okusoma easily online. Webagambira Honda is more reliable than Toyota bichi. But abantu bavuga mmoroka ampya kaveera. Omuntu agivuga nga yagisookeddemu olwava mu factory bweti yagituukamu. Ffe ne mmoroka zeruvuga we drive cars that are 10 years old. Ejja kusumbuwa. No man, the cars that have been proven to be very reliable even as old as 300,000 kilometers are Toyotas. Yes, they are Toyotas. Echobeda ngo chimanyi. Honda Civic. There's a Hondas on that no. Hondas are very reliable cars. But in Uganda, maintenance is expensive. Which take it. Can I get a Primo 2008 at 18 million in good condition? Yes, you can. Na ye mbera jene bera mu. Bili munananga ya bei. Lwaki tosigade ku bili etano. Bili esatu bili ena bili etano. Bili munane yinzo kugiramu. Nengo osobola okugifuna 14 sente ntono. Nenge embera je jjo kuba mutejja kuba nnungi nnyo. My fi. Good morning Gonza. Dr. Jonathan. Read the contents tulabe. Kansubire Dr. Ochaliwo. Kuliko vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin B12. Then delicious strawberry flavor contains 7 essential vitamins. Byebagambi byokka tebalaga bidala. Vitamin A360 UG obakano ka URE, vitamin D 2.5 UG akana kantusika UG kalinga kapi kalinga ka UG sikategira, vitamin E, vitamin C, niacin, vitamin B6 na vitamin B12. Ingredients: glucose syrup, sugar, bovine gelatin, vitamin C, ascorbic acid, vitamin E, D alpha tocopherol, vitamin A, niacin, vitamin B6, vitamin D, vitamin B12, cyan, soda chisoma, gelling agent, pectin, miltadoxin, acid, citric acid, natural flavoring, vegetable oils, coconut rapeseed, glazing agent, kanauba wax, color, and cumin. Baby mu Dr. Chiwanuka. King Daniels, good morning. Ujira, Swamad, Oriwa, Toyota Primo 2005 deserve how much buy? It depends on the condition, number plate, and who is selling and how many cars are in the market. Ebintu bingi ebi influencing price ya motoka. Chikoze Stanley, hello Arthur, I've just joined now. Thanks for the broadcast. Amina Chikoze, thank you for coming. Guys, let's subscribe and like the broadcast. Bana, this is Question Friday. Share the broadcast on your social media. Your Question Friday, njagala nyo mu sharing because ebibuzo biva mumwe, ate ne answers zimu ziva mugwe. Bana guy, if you have a medical condition, tuina Dr. Chiwanuka wali jabadamu. Wali tuina Daniel Ranga is a psychologist, psychiatrist. Babe yabo awatebera ya mtoro 15 nze bibanzija mu depression. Nagezaako kunoonya psychiatrist anyambe ko kutereza my mental health issues. Bwe bambulire bay y'okugenda wa psychiatrist, I realized sina mental health issues. Era okuvola toyinza kuŋŋamba nti waliyo depression. Kazoba, thanks. Kasule Jeremy, good morning abulungi. Arthur, njagala kufuuyira kachikumi kange, how much? Mitwalo nga 5 depending on where. Naye bale emitwalo aga okafuuyira ebizungu. Ako ka UG kategeeza microorganisms. Sika UG kaliko U eringa etali U inimagaluka RE asa omutukuzabuza kirayika mwina bubezi empisa mbi temwagala tuyige bye mumanyi
maramusiza bannange.
Ono musajja oyo bamuyita Hamza DOP takwata kamera ne bakwata
muri mutyeyo
naita nagula motoka ate tebampa mitwala nakola inspection bwatuko gule motoka
atukubye nnyo
ate nkubye nnyo wagiguze kati bwe sikkuba tojja jigula sente azirina ezigigula naye babala nnyo be babawoza sigula motoka nga sinnazimba
era ng'obimanyi nze ndi wa piki.
Ndowooza owulira. Ate namugambye tageza n'agula piki ajja kufa.
Njagala BMW.
Ndowooza owulira agenda gula piki ya $3,000,000. Buda lwakitava agala gula piki ya $3,000,000. Dr. Jonathan is saying mpola mpolo ojja kukoona omuntu olugi. Those supplements are usually good for people who are really deprived. Ng'olya bread and such things. Naye natural friends and veggies are always better. The process of manufacture isn't good. Ono doctor yatugambye okiwulidde nkusomere agambye those supplements are usually good for people who are really deprived nga oli alya bread and such things. Naye natural friends and natural foods and veggies are always better. The process of manufacturing is not good.
Kale
komane mwaka akakebe kwe
kamale mwaka akakebe kange
oli okodde ku
ya doctor
ya vegetable
ne kati nabo
Tobango ina diabetes. Abulade ba diabetes bibatera okuba n'obugeregere obw'omusima yakagere kati tekawona. Kutulyako mmere olwo be bamu kuba tulyako emmere. Gwe yajja n'atwesomerera kutwalidde ettooke lyabadde ddungi nnyo
n'oluwombo.
Olaba bwe weekoona akagere.
Twalya oluwombo lwali lwa tabu. N'oluwombo.
Olabye endowooza akagere gye kava.
Lwali lw'amaanyi.
Vanguard mugirayo bagayi bange. Badagavu. Okay. I wanted to come and work from home for some months, but I'm afraid the internet speed may fail me and frustrate my work. No, but there are companies that have good internet speeds. MTN is single Airtel. MTN is single Airtel. But JK, depending on where you live, MTN is in a fiber internet very fast. Then there are some other internet providers na bonga baina fiber ngali very fast. Like Rock Telecom baina fiber. There are so many fiber. Bobo beeranga kirange eyo kyemanyi waliyo fiber. Bobo beera ntinda bwe watyo ababantu baina fiber. Baina fiber internet. Bobo beera, it depends on where you live. Kati nze wange matugana yaga ne UTL is very fast, by the way. JK, if you can get UTL internet HSO1, it's very fast. Nageza ko gifune matugana egana ne bangamba tetulina coverage, but nali njagala yo nali kisasu yatenga ya raisi nali kisude nange netunda wifi codes era ngenda kuddamu ku nzireyo ku UTL matawanyi tomanya bayizo babatali infrastructure, but I wanted to put it there because kati fa bakozesa nnyo internet, witaga internet ewaka ne ku mulimu. Naye omusana gunkubimu kati comment kanjira nzirinda kungenda zisoma mu maaso awo. Eyo pajero mugiraba eri mu maaso bw'oba osobola gyewale. Anti kateeze moroka waliwo moroka ezimu nga lwogivuga ku kkubo nodde eka lwobala tomanya oba enkyene eddayo ku bbala ezo bitama ezo ziri comfortable tezimanyira ndi kuruuza ayeye moroka eri comfortable gireke
naye yafanga buleki waliwo omuyaya nyine efa buleki
akati ate buleki obulwadde butono ezo moroka zifa mafuta efa system y'amafuta ne bagitinkula mu kugitinkula ne batta ebirala. Gugwe gena gutandika okwetegereza emoroka ez'omulembe bwezitezo SUV ezitera okusigala amaka g'abantu ebyo bipajero tebibulamu. Era ne bwogenda mu magaraji emoroka ebisinza okulemera mu magaraji byebyo
ogambye bakigula oba miliyoni
10.
babiseera ng'ogula kipya. Naye kati oyo omulabo oyo oyinza omusanga ekimoroka kibambi akivuga kuba teryakigula nga yasalawo kanfaafaagane nakyo
babigula ate nga bakitunda bbeeyi.
naye nze bwe nkigwako ng'oli kimulemeredde nkigula kuba nze tekisobola kunnema. Nkigula layisi miliyoni 2 ekyo nga bwe kiri awo 2.3
olwana nakyo
3 mba muwadde nnyo ate mugula mu mabanja muwaako emu kitundu n'abanja nengera nensooka nkikaleka nenkiza ku bbala nzija omusasula kyenzigiramu ne mumalayo sente zinampala ogubuuku egyo giba mikolo naye ate kati tukole ki? But Arthur, to me, I don't think those things of latest number plates should determine the prices if you're not buying the car from the board. Echo Stanley Gwacho Gira, there is a culture. In Uganda, we have a culture. You should never take culture for granted. Our culture in car buying, culture of dictating, but I can't take a simu yabugumye yatujinako. Katwano, womanyira nti emmoroka empya nnungi kanteekemu ka esi ndoza mulaba lwaki njitunda $17,000 ne pizza ne minute maid. Emmoroka eno ya bbeeyi because erinaki emmoroka eno ya bbeeyi because mpya ndoza eseera mumuwulira karisiiti kaki risiiti ezo risiiti barabyezagala nnyo tikana akantu kamanyi okudistortinga sound waffe akatereeze that's better. Kati ntaddemu esi lwa nsonga esimu eggulo yatubugumyeko wano netwesanga broadcast tulina okukola ki tulina okwevaako yokka omusana gw'ennaku zino. Kati eyo sound erimu munzikirize ngirekemu esimu esooke ekkakkane tuleme kuvaako bwe. That body structure of Hamza is for Kawundo.
Agambye eki
ate nga takumanyi akulabye bulabi wano body structure yo ya Kawundo togeza n'okulo motoka. Arthur, if you're driving at high speed and from sudden something shocks you and you have to stop, what do you do to reduce speed in an automatic car?
ya Kawundo mubuuze.
In an automatic car, in okuranga manual, automatic in those other gears, L2, okitegeera, those are bigger gears. So if you're driving and you're in D and you get shock, the best way for you to stop without suddenly stopping is by first of all putting it in L or 2. Okitegeera, ejja kukola nga engine brake, but also don't overspeed. May happen to believe that the first defense mechanism to accident is not speeding. Bw'odduka nga tolina control, you should always run when you have control. Bw'oba dduka nga gy'olaga olabayo nga teri kisobola kumala gakugwamu. Okitegeera, like if you're overtaking and you want to go fast, overtake people that are already going fast, because on the left baba already bakulabiddeyo. Okitegeera, kati bw'oba olina kulaba ku right. Okitegeera, kati babikola mu defensive driving. I think those are trainings you get in defensive driving.
Nina kusoma defensive driving.
Ate ogujja okozesa eki
Teshimanyi naye nga njagala.
nedda agule emmotoka bano abasajja benawo mmotoka basobola okugula emmotoka naye tebaagala.
Soma defensive driving. There are some skills in life that you need.
Ng'olina kubeera nayo defensive driving bw'okisoma nga tolina mmotoka otuuka n'obyerabira. Kyova olaba abantu abakolera amakampani babazaayo buli mwaka ndowooza oba buli myaka ebiri baddemu bagisome. Era ojja gyerabira. Ofuna emmotoka amuza. Ate bagambye structure yeyo yakawundo. Ate takumanyi togamba nti kintu biased.
Lwaki nino yakawundo?
Figayo.
Figa yange nnyo okutuuka awo.
Simbi naye yakawundo. Boss, nze I want a Toyota 190 ekoze ntya. Toyota 190 bina ne $5 oba 6 ennungi eyimiridde. Budget 25. 190 how much is a newborn Auris? Budget at 25. Also, I don't know. Tulina kubuuza yinza oba $2,625 awina. How much is the UTL internet? Dr. Chiwanuka, the UTL internet installation will cost you about 800,000. Now from there on it's saving because they even have unlimited internet at 120. Why don't you want UTL out so one? Njoba mwina n'emiti gyegiriko wegiriwa funa anti funa ekisowaani osobola n'otunda wifi yaabo aweebwa mwenze wange ekyangana because bangamba nti they don't have coverage. Osobola n'ofuna balina ate unlimited waliwo neyo 12. Yes, unlimited ate edduka eyekisowaani eyinza okubalako nga 8 because n'ekisowaani bakikuwa okitegeera naye nga bw'oba olina eya cable eya cable ziziri oyinza okuyisanga basobola ozitambuliza ku giri emiti ne muno mumbayise muno mugulamu ziziri cable za UTL mweziri emiti mwegiri guguli mwegiri emiti kati bweba ya cable eyinza okumalako emitwalo nga 5 to install it. Eyekisowaani yeri better because kibayita oba dedicated. naye yo bogi maze kuba ekisowaani kyosenguka nakyo eyakeba obuzibu nti tosenguka nayo. And liquid is also good because it emphasizes in data only. Even liquid is good. Ati nayo balina kyemanya balina that bagita bate the cable internet itambulira mu ttaka underground cables. Nayo nungi eri very reliable ate very fast. But most ministries use those pajeros. No, they don't. Bali the pajeros are the old cars that they used to use. Kati judiciary yalinga ekozesa nnyo pajero naye nawe bakozesa Land Cruiser kati. You look around. Hanifa. Seth kadha abana Seth okula nnyo maani. Jeke, don't bother. Uganda has 4G network which is so slow and there's a frequent power shutdown. Seth akugobye. Hata nange nfunira kipajero kya million 2. Bwe nabifuna ngenda kugamba. Je biri. Bibayo magala jingoli kya mutamadda. Leka to ino kola assessment kati ate ezimotoka zitukula million 2 inspection ya kakadde.
Kati
abagiguze nnya sebe ero sigalo savings. Ogula gwe pajere ye million ennyanga ogenda kola mu buntu 3 eterero okimanyi. Inspection ya motoka yenkadde yamanyi nnyo kuba nange mwenyinyo jefiiriza njikuwe kubeba ya rais nzo okula emotoka ennungi ennyo nkugamba omanyi buleno ogenda teeka mitwalo 4 otambule okitegeera aga amagezi mangi nnyo nfuna pajero ng'ogenda ng'oliya mulema naye nkugamba ogenda gula fuel pump ya 2 ovuge okitegeera nga yo oliyite yamanya nga batinkula ne batinkula n'ogula fuel pump n'ovuga n'ogenda okiraba ago bosa suide magezi ekavyo kalabye ndipi
never. Those potato storage.
Potato yeri
Potato.
Muserekera abagagga. Olaba minister bazagagga. Olaba ne ba minister of Land Cruiser. Siza bay.
Tendency.
Wabagula. You will pay school fees. School fees ojja musasula. Atoya abamungi. Ogule moroka million 4 n'ogimalira mu 7. Ate da negana. Nebo genda mu Toyota. Ate pajero ya Toyota. Iyo Land Cruiser izo tezina buzi. Land
Cruiser is one of the safest brand in Uganda.
Not safe, most reliable. Kati oyo gwe bagambi oyo ku budget jaina yali badde asobola okugula ne tulagi ate ne tugimaintainingira oyo minister of said naye uyo avuga Toyota Land Cruiser okitegeera kati gwe ng'ova eri sajja lyabende ng'ogula tulage ng'ogula Pajero Sport okitegeera ati kati abo abamu balina bali independent, they can buy whatever they want and you will maintain it for them. Ate abasinga bavuga Toyota, Pajero ezo zadda zaali zadda ata Toyota 10 eyo yammeka 10 eriwa banange bana comment musoni mwezigambe naye nga 10 I wish 10 kibalire million nga 5 6 7 depending on the condition definitely lwakuba mwete mwagala nnyo muloga naye bw'oba olina sente entono 10 ogigula newe nze nabagamba nze okudda ku bigere envuga ekiyonje era nze ndaba bano bambuzi alina ne sente zigenda mu bondi yegira muziterese mumenya ffe mwemala tumenya nga mutwogerako naye gayi yalemera mu motoka ekadde olwokuba mumwina ezigula empya omuli emotoka zayogereramu ekimiliyoni 18 nze neyange ya miliyoni 17 ate kuleke ki ate 17 ng'oyogedde nange bulungi nonneegayirira ojja n'emiliyoni 17 mu nsawo nondeetera pizza n'ecupa kya Minute Maid nendya pizza nenywa Minute Maid nga bumatiza bambi zitwale muganda wange tube basse Luganda musajja ku musajja njagaliza ofune oyogera ebintu bingi nga ate oli hambo kalango wali bulango bwangu obulwolabanga makanika nga avuga bitiza abamwavu oyinza oba n'essente zo n'ogula vitiizi olaba nze kati vitiizi njigula mpeddemu
ebipitiriza obuzibu ekirungi kyayo kiri kimu webanga ekufiiddeko mu kkubo
osindika
emotoka ennene asobola gikuteramu
Dawudi akusekeredde ng'oyogera ku defensive driving.
Dawudi ambeeko defensive driving.
Adolf, good morning. Bwire, Brian, good morning. Muli mutya bannange mwebale kubeera ku broadcast. But you guys are 42, we have only 23 likes. Like the broadcast. Ngenda badde mwaka kodeko okusirika paka bwe nga mulaikinze. Amuzagule kipajero kawalaata. If Kawundo is still far from him. Okitagende kipajero kawalaata. Biri pajero ebyasooka bwe ebikadde. Ayinza bataata wona abiri akirimu. Bataata babwe bebabivuganga. Abasajja abasiraamu abiri. Bebavuganga okitegedde. Kibwanvu bweki. Ebyo tebifa byo. Tebifa naye kiba tekidduka.
Ebuwo kirina ekigira buwo.
Kitambula mpola.
Kirenga kireekaana.
Oyagala speed. Ate ojja kufa. Kati bwe oyagala speed va ku piki. Mukyala wange yaŋŋamba engeri gye nnyumirwa speed. Piki njireke osibye omusipi. Abayimiriza oli. Osibye omusipi naye. Sibye omusipi.
Bayina.
Ene mmotoka mugireke mugirabye naye nno gwe bayimiriza agaanye. Abantu bakyayagaanye
bakiyagaanye.
Ati baba tebasumbuwa. Agaanye ate okumanya agaanye adduka nakuda alina mugudduka bayinza omugoba naye nekyo ekintu ky'ogaana okuyimirira kuba mutima oba olina okuba nga wasiba omutima kale akaloboozi kankajjemu kyemmanyi essimu ene kakkanyeemu kati katukakanye kabini naye mmwe ka esi ko mukawulire omanyi ngenda ne ngamba abantu emmotoka erimu esi ne balowooza nnimba naye yo omugigulira ne sawundi nkimanyi eyitamu era ebadde ekubako kubanga badde ngezaako okukakanya simu ebadde ebugumya
bakiwulire
okawulira kati nga
okutambula nga ndabira musiri waggulu nembeera mu ndo
ka milioni 17 owooza hatha naawe ate ate onayagala droni ate droni nazo zidduka wali emmotoka etadduka mpa omutwalo nkulinyire mu mmotoka eno ogibulire tuddeyo tugende ku express owulire emmotoka egyentunda milioni 17 Dr. Chiwanuka, could you give me a contact of UTL? I tried reaching those guys naye it was too expensive. Installing was about 1.8 and monthly they told me around 300. Nedda bakulimba. You go to UTL, the head office, genda ku UTL, you need to go there physically.
Wandege right?
Yes. Si Wandege ya. Nene Wandege ya waliwo wane mabega wa Nseno nga mu Katanga bayinayo. You go to UTL physically. Okitegeera. You go to UTL physically. There bwe bagamba 300 baba bagamba byabanene. Kati olaba they have speeds. 300,000 is probably like the highest speed. It is over 10 MBs per second. Over 20 MBs per second. Okitegeera.
UTL telekurezori box.
Bayina head office yabo wano wano.
Zebede manyeni Wandege head office.
Na ye. It was one graduation ile.
Graduation.
Ebintu bya graduation tebikyali. Graduation zabangayo mu June. Ngereza akabi.
Okunyuma tebikyali.
Ante education yagwa
muva
takyalina kyamaanyi kyatugamba abatasoma be bakola emirimu gy'abaasoma
bagimalamu
kati bwoba tolina gwomanyi ne bofuna diguli nnya tofuna ata my question bambi luweza sikuzeemu naye nkuzeemu bwabadde abuuza auris tewali waaka oyo anaatera okubonaabona ali ku UBM naye ayinza n'oba yatandika dde obonaabona togiraba bweddugala gula kyonompulira ono wuno
mpaking eswana okutwalayo
alina gwamanye yakigula mu bupya
era sisita wange mpaking gyewalaba eyo mpaking
tetambula olwokuba yalaba mpya
emazaawe emyezi 6 mpaking bwe tugivugamu ne tugyetooza ne tugikomera ne tugipaking
buying a Spotero, I rather buy a Montero because Montero is a new version of the Shogun and Spotero is a new version of Exceed. Uyo aina personalized number plate C Mike A. Muloza anti yeta aina sente zigenda zigula zipu Spotero. Avuga kirandi kuloza kye kicho. Ebintu ebimu tulina kubanga tukozesa evidence. Omanye nti waliwo ensonga lwaki abantu abamu bavuga zi Toyota ne baba ina sente zenkana zitya. Peace. Oli tagabye Pajero asula ngajera. Sikitegezi kutegeza. After which old model of Fielder, which one would you advise to buy and compare the price as well? Antikati Wish ne Fielder bikole bintu byanjawulo. The Wish has many seats. The Fielder has few. Kata wotandikira. What do you want to use the car for? How many people do you want to be driving regularly? Other than that, those cars are literally the same, especially if you're going to buy a Fielder that is 1.8 liter. And the difference in that anymore, what your Fielder, yeah, 1.5, tewali wish 1.5. Kata wali difference, kata obviously the Fielder has proven to be a little more expensive because it has demand. Hamza bomb season nosula mu jam sanga ngenze nempite mulago kwa ngambi ntebe watambula
ati mbadde neri kachobo manya wano waba wakutte wati
emulago watambula
graduation ate eri wakutte nnyo
emulago watambula
emulago.
So after you mean when Museveni gives bishops Pajeros is encouraging them to suffer. Hey, gwe Edwin
bazitunda
gorowoza Pajero go wakaraba bishop bamekaba avuga Pajero emyaka ebiri ensonga lwaki azibwa kubazoza rais azigula rais ayinza no bafuna zabwere Pajerezo era bishop bazimu omwaka guno omwaka ogujja kumpi omwaka ogujja abatandise okusaba banange emmotoka gye bampa yafa tembala amawulire bannange agaba Pajero tagaba Land Cruiser naye mubazi he's a businessman. Every car is first, it depends on the driver and the condition of the car. Oli mutufu nyo Karim. Montero is the name of Pajero in the USA market. Then Shogun is the name of Pajero in the European market. Karim, yes.
Montero ifanani
nze nalingira byeko nayo nayo Pajero. Byonna tebina makulu sibiwa bitalina makulu sibiwa budde. Ezo nazo bazita weight loss program katukotwa bamuza nti oyina ekibiri kye bagambye nti kyali kyakawunda
naye mwana ani agambye ekibiri kyange kyakawunda
gula Pajero ojja kogga bagamba ogule vitis wale moroke ezimu ezo zima Nissan Extra iro ezo zona weight loss program
lwaki si kya drone oba gundi penkoni
ati katika wundo yeriko
kawundo ye
bana bagaye kamba sibule nsimu eganye okukakana ejja kutujjako nga sinasi
nawe yeah.
Firstborn Kumakech Rogers, Bukenya Abe, Antonio, Jombwe Juma, Muyombia Mark, Chairman Zach, Martha, Director Martha Academy, Nick Wabui, Bridget Kakai, Moses Heath, Mugalasi Joshua, Semusu Wilba, Karim, Kavuma Derek October, Semusu Wilba, Kotken, Andrew Okuni, William Magezi, JK, Jeremy, Mark W, Edwin Mugerwa, Jeremy, Sammy, Ibanda Bernard, Ekunyu Benjamin, Dr. Jonathan Chiwanuka. Podcast coming soon banange bagayi kansoke malize byeno TV show. Kasita nabagamba tikati nchimazi egenda tandika yaringa bwetinga. Podcast etandika. Govinda Disco, Kazoba BL, Gonza Anthony, Ujira Swamad, Chigozi Stanley, Kasule Jerome, Dixon Serweiso, Ben Kako, Nakibinge Matthew, Luweza Hasifa, Luweza nakuzemu, Seth Kagaba Milano Manuel, Lule Adolf, Brian Bwire, Dawood Mononule, Nsanji Phone Solutions, Mugabi Kavira, naye esimu yo oba tugule ki S23 Ultra munange ebyo byonna bibuguma Stanley. Nze nalina S7 bwe nali ntandika, no naye yali S8 I think, bwe nali ntandika broadcast zino. I shifted, I went to S10, then I've mbadde nze upgrading mu bwenti kati ndi ku S21. Zonna zibuguma ndi ku S21. S23 nayo nja gifuna naye Samsung zonna zibuguma. When they give you Land Cruiser baginona soon. Exactly. Bagaba Pajero, bagezi, they do business. Taziwangala kubara Pajero. Nenga mwabagayi, lwaki sibasibula? Kamba sibule mbalabe encha olweggulo. Encha olweggulo ngenda kuba nva mu class. Naga naddayo okusoma era naye woli wonna buli wosobola okuddayo okusoma ddayo osome. Tosoma kufuna mpapula, soma kufuna skill. Era nze naddayo okusoma kufuna skill. Because skill entono koze enzize enfuna mu bulamu. Naddala nga nzisome theoretically nengenda musomera nenzisoma. Amazima gali nti nze zinyambye ng'omuntu. Era bwe ndaba omuntu agamba okusoma tekuyamba. Musekerera n'omusekerera. Nze skill zenzize nsoma zenze nyongera mu bwongo bwange zina kye zinyongerako. Nenga bagayi kabasuubize kambagaliza olunaku olulungi. Temwerabira, I do pre-purchase inspection. If you're going to buy a car and you want to buy a good car, you don't want to be cheated, I'm your man. I come with a mechanic and we help you check the car, check the prices, check the buyer or the vendor to make sure you're not being cheated. And we a weight loss program. We charge you 400,000 currently until December 31st. Starting January 1st, we'll be charging 600,000 for the pre-purchase inspection. Yes, I know it will reduce the number of people that I do pre-purchase inspection for greatly, but at least one thing I've realized in some muntu agenda okusasula akasente ka pre-purchase inspection aba amanyi value gyayagala. Era sagala abantu batavaluinga sente zaabwe. Ogenda gula motoka ya milioni 2 oyagala ofuna omuntu akolera inspection mu emitwalo 7 oyitagana kuba mpi chobola babba. But anyway guys, I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow evening 5:15 p.m. Broadcast encha Yoshua Dule ngenda kuba mu naye tukole 5:30 encha mve mu class bulungi, because wova mu class nodduka buddu so labikanga aina amalala kati mumino okumala class lecture olufuluma nosooka oyogerako ne ba classmate. Ate ba classmate bange bantu bali influential mu makampani amanene, kati ne networking nayo njeetaaga. So kati tujja kola 5:30 tomorrow ngenda kuba broadcast eyo nganzira wangi. So but I wish you a very lovely day guys. Hamuza muganda wange Sara Tahuju kaundo ojifune Tahuju alabyechi Sara Tahuju chichi Tahuju banono bombi basiramu naite bajimanyi Tahuju Sara ya chidona ekolachi just Sara taina mugaso eina ojisara Tahuju katwachi tojisara nofuna drone Zikastanji tegedde Karim ngenda kusala Tahuju nange wade sirimu sira ngenda ginonyerezaako. Nenda fe tulina vajjo ya Tahuju sawa checho amuzo uli sala Tahuju zeta mfuneka ungu bamukwe kubya yaka sala Tahuju bana ibagayi bange mukama abakuume. See you tomorrow, ciao.